Hello friends of the Northern Entertainment and welcome to another preview. This time we are previewing the game TransOcean, the shipping company, developed by Deck 13 Hamburg and published by Astragon. This game will be available in a little bit over a day, on the 24th in Europe, on the 23rd in North America is the official release date. We are gonna have a quick look here at the game for the next 10-15 minutes or so. What you see here, I started us off a little bit into the game already. You see the main ports that you start out with, which is ports in Europe and Northern Africa. There are a total of 55 ports that you can use. Obviously, continental Europe as well as Africa and North America will be in there. And those 55 ports, well, the game says they are fairly close to reality. However, I cannot deny or confirm that because I don't know many ports. So if you guys see those ports here and you happen to know them, then let me know in the comments below if they are indeed look like the real thing or not. I have my doubts because they rather look a little bit simplistic, but let's get right into it. Here you see the Vanessa, which is the ship that we start out with, and I got to name it. You can guess 3 times whose name is Vanessa. However, here you see my reputation. Reputation is known at this point. It is the first rank. We have only one ship, and this ship has obviously a certain capacity to carry TEUs or metric tons. We cannot exceed one or the other. The TEUs is a 20-foot equivalent unit, which is an approximation, as I found out, is used in when it comes to when it comes to shipping companies. 20 foot is usually what a usual container, a sea container, is like. So they use this pretty much 87 containers, and the total weight is, in case of this agricultural product, there is 1,001 metric tons, or here the timber would be 84 TEUs, 1,512 tons. Now this is the contracts list. You can choose whatever contract you like. The ones where you have numbers in brackets behind it, this is the time that you will take to arrive at the port, and the number above it, let's say you have 32 days above it, and then the number below in brackets is 2 days. Well, this is the actual days that it will take you to get there at the current speed. Above it, that is the time where you have to be at the port at the very latest. If you can't make that, then you have to pay a conventional penalty. A conventional penalty for every day that you are too late. And here you can see the ports. Well, there is a little bit of traffic in those ports, and this is pretty much how the graphic is like. Once you cast off in the port, you are tasked with getting the ship out. There is the option to call a tug, but if you do that, then you are getting charged around 100,000 euros, which is quite a bit of money, especially when you start out. And you have to be very careful, because I wrecked the Vanessa right when I started out. I put it right into the dock, and that cost a lot of money to get it fixed up. So as you can see here, I had to wait for this other ship to get out. There is quite a bit of traffic depending on what port you are about to anchor in. The steering is as you would expect. I mean, this is not a simulator. This is a tycoon game. So the steering is very simplistic, especially with those tier 1 ships. Tier 2 ships do actually have bow thrusters. Bow thrusters. Gee, my ability to speak is limited tonight. I don't know why, but oh well, that's just the way it is. Anyways, you can see here as I try to make my way out of the port, backing up is the only way to get out of there, and I don't know. I mean, I am playing Ship Simulator, and I played the Search and Rescue, Maritime Search and Rescue, and this is a whole different way of steering a ship, I guess. The front pretty much doesn't move at all, and the back is what actually steers, which I guess is realistic in a way, especially if you don't have both thrusters. Here you can see actually that the shadows, which at first, since I'm more used to driving games, I was like, oh great, look at the shadows, they are completely off. But then I realized, hey, wait a second, the shadow is cast on the ground or on the ocean floor, or in this case the ground of the harbor, and so it made sense that the shadows are cast the way they are. I mean, the graphics are not breathtaking or anything like that. I mean, it is what it is, right? It is a Tycoon game. It is not supposed to win any beauty contest, and certainly this game wouldn't win beauty contest. However, I think the graphics work. They are, yeah, there you go. This is that captain there, I don't know, man, creepy guy. But as you can see here, I ran the ship aground, and unfortunately, as you damage the ship more and more, if you damage it more than 5% in one go, whether or not you are 100% to begin with, you will actually wreck the ship and have to be towed away, which is very expensive. I know that out of experience. There is a best list here, the port best list, especially once the game is released. That's going to be interesting because there's a leaderboard, and for you guys that like to be competitive, this is definitely something. Now here you can see how the Vanessa is driving towards the first port there in Stockholm, and of course we have to dock the ship. Obviously, as you can see, we could also call a tug, which would assist us, but that would be $100,000, and we don't have that much money yet. So as you can see here, we start out pretty much just a whole repetition of what we did before, with the difference that this time we are driving into port and not out of port. And I guess there are even landmarks when you, for example, drive into the port in, oh boy, I think it was Spain. There is this famous bridge, and the famous bridge whose name I completely forgot now. There's a big container ship coming. He's waiting for us, so we have to maneuver our way in here. And this is I guess the most consuming thing of this whole game is docking and getting out of port, getting in and out of port. Now you have several different settings that you can choose once you go into actually traveling on the high seas. One of them being the speed that you use, and the speed obviously will determine how much fuel you burn. So that way you can make last a few longer. Unfortunately, obviously, you will sacrifice speed and therefore maybe endanger your delivery date. So this is something where you have to really pay close attention, because for every date that you are later than you're supposed to, it costs real money. I had one contract where every day that I was late, it cost me 77,000 euros, and that is when you are 3 days late and the whole load is 180 worth to begin with. That's kind of, yeah, you go and you lose a lot of money. so there it is. Our investor is not very happy, as you can see here. Journey duration 2 days, and we ended up with a profit of minus $79,000 euros. I'm sorry. And here you can see we repaired the Vanessa, and we're gonna fuel the Vanessa up now. And then we cast off again. Checking here quickly if I have one more contract that we can take on the way, because of course the more loads we can have on board in one go, the more profit we make. And that's pretty much it of this game. Of course, in later levels, and I haven't played it that long, but in later levels you will definitely see more ports, you have more ships, you have bigger ships, you get more lucrative offers. There are also offers that is called, what do they call it again? Questionable freight, which pays you a ton of money, but obviously, since it's questionable, if the border patrol or the port authority wants to see your manifest of lading and you have questionable goods on board, that can be very expensive. And you have to also keep in mind that you have a reputation, and if you wreck your reputation, you won't have access to the really high-paying, lucrative jobs. So guys, that is pretty much it. I have to say, overall, the game is fun for what it is. I played it, I just wanted to play it pretty much to make the preview. I ended up spending three and a half hours in the game, and it is definitely something, because you kind of want to see, okay, well, I want to see the next bigger ship, I want to see more loads, I want to see this harbor or this harbor. These things obviously play into it when you review or preview a game, and when you have to grade it. If I would have to grade it, well, let's just give it anchors this time. And for the sound overall gets 3 out of 5 anchors. And the reason it's only 3 out of 5 is because the music, I'm sorry to say that, but it's super annoying, because it is just a couple of different loops and they are very repetitive. Well, I guess it's a loop, so there we go. The graphics get 3 out of 5 anchors as well, because as you can see, they are definitely not breathtaking. However, they work for the game. For what it is, they are good enough. So 3, I think, or maybe 3.5 is fair. Overall gameplay, I give it 4 out of 5. Because it is enjoyable, and if you like the Tycoon games, then this is definitely a game for you. Give it a try. And yeah, overall, I give it 3.5 out of 5 anchors for this game. As I said, if you like Tycoon games, then this is definitely a game for you. You might want to look into it. It is a little bit repetitive, definitely, because with the docking and then going in and out of harbor, that is fun for the first 5 times. Eventually it just becomes pretty repetitive, because, well, the only part is if you're really competitive and you want to have the best time all the time, then of course that's different. But guys, that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this quick little preview of TransOcean, the shipping company. Again, the game is developed by Deck 13 Hamburg and is published by Astragon. It will be released in less than 24 hours as of the time of this recording. So give it a try if you want to. I hope I gave you a little bit of an overview of what you can expect. And with this rather interesting docking maneuver that I am executing here, I will leave you guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you will watch more of the reviews and previews as they come. And I hope you have a great day, guys. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you.